Make sure artists get their royalties for this. That's my most important announcement. Can we start communicating more so we can figure out how we can get ourselves paid and sell some of these great songs? It's great making great songs, but it'd be even greater if we can get paid from them. If you're not into that, I totally understand that. But let somebody know that, hey, I just want to help out. I just want to, get played on the radio real quick. I'm not into all the logistics yet, the mechanics and such, because I'm still getting myself together. Cool, no problem. But there is an opportunity to do so. Get registered. We've talked about that. Get your copyrights, get your paperwork set up. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody coming along taking something from you or suing you. People like the strange one, which he doesn't mind me saying this. He got sued for using a name that wasn't his, or they had a dispute about whose it was. And see, you don't want to do that with your tracks. I mean, there's a lot of new songs and new releases coming in and they hot. And we hate to take them down because your paperwork ain't straight. Somebody said that it was theirs and somebody needs to know if you got permission, those kinds of things. Or you missing out on royalties because you refuse to get yourself together. And, it's great to get that good stream. Numbers is going up. People got lives and stuff like that, but I do too. I do. But I make time for this. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. Not my job. I like my job, but I don't have a passion like I do with Boss Lady Radio. So it's very important that to me, and if I'm working with you, I want to see you succeed. I want to see you win in all levels, in all areas. You know what I'm saying? Not just a few. Don't throw me a couple songs. They act brand new in the inbox when I text you back and say, hey, you said no songs yet? And you say, who is this? I don't know you. I'm going to let you know right now that that's disrespectful and it's unbecoming. And if you want anybody, a record exec or a producer that want to work with you, or a business want to network with you, they're going to have some ill will feelings about you. They're going to look at you kind of weird because you're acting weird. I mean, how bad do you want it? And look how easy you got it. You all over the world. You on all digital platforms. This is one-click distribution. So after we get, for example, after we get through with tonight's show, it will be on Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and such. And then, tomorrow or so, you'll see Wednesday's episode being spent on Castbox streaming live. So when I'm sharing those digital platforms, it's not to get on your nerves or bug you, but this show is playing on those. So if don't nobody want to really gravitate to Spreaker, they can pick their favorite app. Apple Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio is very popular around. And so is the other platforms like Podvine. They have a chat room, I saw. And Castbox has a chat room as well. So that's 3 different places where you can actually salute your new listeners and build your fan base on these platforms. That's why this is important. This is not to run you up and over with links, but I get a lot of links in my inbox that I don't have no use for. So it's fair. Because you're not in the chat room, and what I can't do is completely promote you like I can on here. Facebook is only going to let me do so much. Instagram is going to let me do so much. And usually with YouTube, if you constantly sharing that episode or your campaign video or your interview episode, pretty much your numbers are going to flee. They're going to go up automatically because it generates itself. So this is the easiest way, in a nutshell, where you could be heard all the time, every day, 24/7, all over the place. And people can pick and choose what time they can do it. But that play and that download means more than somebody getting on it when you want them to. Let them do it in their own time. Like I was talking to an artist that I really admire, and he's an awesome rapper. And he was telling me, yeah, just let him comment. Let him, don't pick at it. But with this platform, you need to. Because the more you pick with it, the more their nosy folks are going to come see you. And the more you chat with them, the more opportunities that may open doors for you. So I really want to point that out. So what more chats, more spins means in a nutshell is that when you come into the chat room and you're doing exactly what you're doing right now, and you've got other radio stations in there, that's the first thing, that may want to play you on their show, you know, because I'm not the type of promoter that's all about me and I'm going to keep them all to myself. I can't play you all the time. So somebody else may have some time. And then you can connect with them and they may have some opportunities for you. So don't clock out your opportunities with the coupon fame. I mean, who wants that? Let's really build a legacy. Let's really look into how we can live and breathe off of this. Because what are we here for if we're just doing it just to be doing it? And I don't believe nobody in the chat room tonight is doing it just to be doing it. And I believe in all of you. You know what I'm saying? We got some comments about what I am saying. I appreciate y'all saying that back to me. Wait till we start doing the round table or rate my vibe. Yeah, get with Dre's last episode on details on these two shows. Round table or rate my vibe. That's like my music indie review, which will be Saturday, October 1st. So make sure you guys are in the room for that because we're going to need your opinions because those opinions will determine the top 20 countdown of season 4. So I do need you guys to be present for that. And I know you want to be on the top 20. So let's get engaged with that also. Thanks, Dre, for that. And then they will show and get them bird watchers. Absolutely. The more you show up, the more people are going to want to know what is all this buzz about. And then they're going to want to come in. And when they hear it, they're hooked. You already know because you guys are constantly coming back. So I know the bait to use. And the bait is to get you in here. Once I get you in here, now I can promote you the way you need to be promoted and put you in front of the audience that wants to hear this kind of music. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Now it's time for the disclaimers. And I've never done this before. I didn't feel like I had to in the beginning because it wasn't a lot going on. And it was a lot of concerns brought to my attention, like personal phone calls, random texts. Okay, so if you want to talk to me, that's fine. You have my number for that reason. But it's strictly business. I have no responsibility whatsoever to talk to you about your personal life unless you are setting up a meeting for a $20 dial-up call to address it on the station. And the people that you are having a issue with also needs to be present in this Zoom meeting on the station. And we can set it up and we can do it in a professional manner versus having sidebar conversations with a person that has nothing to do with the issue, probably doesn't know what's going on, and shocked that you've called, or shocked that you've texted, or what the heck is going on? I thought we were doing well. And Boss Lady has a life too, and that's not feasible for me to do at the moment, but we can set something up where we can make room for it, get in touch with each other's schedules, and that kind of thing. Then we can figure out what the issue is, resolve it, and come to a conclusion on if we're going to work together or not. That's the bottom line for me. Are we working together or not? Because I can't deal with the drama. And I don't want someone taking something out on someone else for no reason. And that doesn't make us look right in the limelight of underground music. We are here to do business. We are also here to be better artists and to improve in our daily lives. I have plenty of shows about personal development, so there's no reason why we're having issues with each other unless we're not utilizing what we've learned. And so maybe it's time for you to go to another platform if you can't figure this out. I'm so sorry, but I can't. I just can't. Okay? So the HR department is not responsible for personal issues of any kind. If you are wishing to dispute a situation, set up a meeting for a $20 dial-up call to resolve an issue. Yes, it costs to promote you and deal with your personal issues because none of us really have the time to deal with our own. So it would be nice to be compensated for our time because time is something you can't get back. My next announcement is about some concerns. Messenger is for business purposes for Boss Lady D and Boss Lady and Miss Fabulous, Boss Team, Boss, all of my pages are for business only. This is not a dating site. Nobody's looking for nothing else but to make sure you get heard on the radio and that you're hosted to showcase your music, your business, or both. That is it. That is all. Don't want to know about your other life. Don't care. I wish I had time to, but unfortunately I don't. This is the nicest way as I can put it. I'm not trying to be dissing you or nothing like that, but it's about time for somebody to say something about this, because I know I'm not the only one going through the Messenger thing where people think it's either a dating site or just some hacking mumbo jumbo going on in Cash App views or whatever. So if you're not conducting business for radio play or to schedule a campaign, you will be blocked automatically. I don't care how long I've known you. I don't care how much I love you and like you. Business. Okay? Doesn't matter what you think about it. It matters that we're doing business because I want to make room for people that want this, that want to benefit from this, and they can't talk to a stressed out boss lady. Okay? So, and they don't want to be stressed either. And then finally, before I get into the EDU, yes, HR, no time whatsoever. All campaigners can say whatever they want based on the topic. If your name is not called, do not call me about you thought somebody said something about you. And somebody that was very much inspired by had did a little snippy thing of thinking I was talking about them, and they didn't have nerve enough to ask me what they was talking about or who I was talking about to get the situation resolved. And that's a prime example, and HR know what I'm talking about. That's a prime example of you being blocked right away. You will come up missing. Laughing, but very serious. Keep it respectful, though. And like I said, take a hold of the opportunity set up for you to resolve an issue. Back to number one, set up a meeting of your $20 dial-up, and we can discuss it on Boss Lady Radio, or we can do a private Zoom, but it will be $20 an hour to sit up here and listen to something that we're trying to make sense of for long periods of time. If we're going to work together, we're not always going to agree, but let's keep it respectful. Okay? And finally, Music Indie Review airs on Superstar Saturday at 9 p.m. Central, October 1st. And Season 4 Top 20 will be announced after we get the numbers and stuff ran from the Music Indie Review. So, without further ado, let's get some EDU in our live show. What is the creator economy and how does it affect your music? We're going to find that at blog.reverbnation.com/2022/what-is-the-creator-economy-and-how-does-it-your-music. Have you ever heard of the creator economy? If not, here's a simple definition. It's all the ways that people can earn money from their creations. Just like I said. For example, influencers doing social media full-time, they're at the crux of the creator community. And while it may seem absurd to wrap your head around people actually making a living from their creations, it's a pretty incredible thing when you think about it. Not only because it means that you too can be a part of the success story of the creator economy, but you can actually enlist the help of other creators to get there. The creator economy is all about growing together. The creator economy is made up of tens of thousands of people who are chasing their dreams, just like you. In all different niches, in all different cities, in all different ways, they are out there going after their bliss. same as you. Together, you can create something truly special that not only elevates the creator's brand, but your music as well. It's a community that is